We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. He'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Carried by number 22.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, wide open, complete.
What a play. What a play.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Play action. Klein. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out right at the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Klein over the middle, and it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Klein. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Klein. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Fournette running out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
From the gun on 3rd down. Klein. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Returnable for Watson. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brought down by Earl Thomas. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Buccaneers 14.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
What we got?
Off the play fake. Klein. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Crunch time, defense. Hey, check right. Watch it, I got you, boy.
On 3rd and 2, Klein. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
It's a gain of 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
And inches.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
It's a
gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 26, check 26. Check, cross. Watch the safety creep. Sorry, Lion. 18.
Jackson now. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Flush to his right. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And they give this time to the tailback. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 38. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Jackson. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
His kick is good.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
Boswell, the kickoff.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's got Evans. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
2nd and goal.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Gain of 17 yards, but it's third down.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Anderson, incomplete. Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
The call here, they need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd and 2, Klein airing this one out for, oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Right there. 54, Mike. I got it. Mike,
Off play action. Klein. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. But the bank judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll make it third down.
To go.
From the gun, Klein. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
To throw on 2nd down, Klein. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Klein. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
1st down, Steelers.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
14.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
33-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Jackson.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson, the quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And if the Steelers can convert the extra point, they will have the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
On the carry.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he is going to have the Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Klein steps away to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got room. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. This is Fournette. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The kick by Carlson is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
He's back to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Yards to go.
Now Jackson. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders. And they're rolling. Throwing now is Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Jackson. But it's brought in by Washington. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bucs, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.